Good morning everybody and welcome to Golf Drills for the Lounge number 8. Today I'm going to talk about some really important mobility exercises which are going to help you to achieve some of the moves that we've already talked about in the golf swing. So yesterday I talked about when you stand on the wobble pads, about how they can help you to keep a firm leg base as your club, arms and chest turn away and they prevent the over excessive movement of the legs. The key thing is that you need a reasonable amount of flexibility through your lower mid-back, down through your hips, down into your leg muscles, so that you can rotate the upper body without the legs doing all of the twisting. The danger is that if you stand on those wobble pads and you're very stiff in the mid area, that you will just use your arms to move across your chest. And if you do that, you can see that the club's going to come all the way around and get trapped round behind you. Whereas if the club, arms and chest can move together whilst the legs resist, that's going to get you into this really good position where you're parallel to target, ready for your wrists to hinge correctly. The other thing that could happen is, instead of the arms moving across the chest, as soon as those pads are gone, if you're very stiff in the mid area, you'll just find yourself using your legs to help you to turn and not getting that powerful coil. So after you've watched this video, I strongly recommend you go back and watch Golf Drills for the Garden video number 8, which talked about swing sequencing and how to achieve a powerful coil in the backswing through correct sequencing. So let's show you some of these exercises that are really going to help you to loosen this mid area. Okay, so we've already done the hamstring stretch, which we talked about in one of the earlier videos to help with your posture. So you could start off with that one, stretching out your hamstrings. You can then move up, and now you can do a really good exercise to stretch your glute muscles. So you just sit upright with your legs straight out in front of you, cross one leg over, and then just move your heel up the side of your other leg, gently pulling your right knee in towards your chest here, and that's going to give a really deep stretch in your right glute in here. You're going to need to hold these stretches for at least 30 to 40 seconds, so I recommend trying to take 8 really long, slow, deep breaths as your way of knowing that you've held that stretch for long enough. Do not hold your breath, really work hard on your breathing. So let's just turn and show you that one from the other angle. So sitting up straight, legs flat, I'll cross the other leg over, bring it up, and then just gently pull. Don't worry if you can't get your knee into your chest, you just bring it up as far as you can until you feel a nice deep stretch into that glute muscle there. So 40 seconds on each side. That's number 1. Now we're going to do one that helps you to stretch your lower back. So you can just lie flat down on the floor and just gently pull your knee up and pull it in towards your chest, and you'll feel a stretch in your lower back, keeping the other leg flat on the floor. There, and we're going to breathe 8 long, slow, deep breaths, holding that for 40 seconds. Release it slowly. Bring the other knee up. Pull that one really tight into your chest as far as you can, feeling the stretch in your lower back. There, again, hold it for 40 seconds. Release, and then have a go with both. Pulling them up in there. Relax your head back down, and a really good deep stretch into your lower back there. Again, focusing on your breathing. So that's the second one. Now we're going to do one which is going to help you to really stretch your hips. So lying flat on your back, pull your feet up underneath you with your knees touching. Put your hands and arms out to your side, getting your hands flat to the ground in a right angle look between your upper arm and lower arm. That's going to help to give a stretch in the back of your shoulders while you do this as well. And then you can just gently let your knees rock to the side. You must keep your shoulders flat on the ground. Don't let this shoulder come up. and you can just let gravity gently pull down. That's going to give a really good stretch on this hip area here. Don't worry if you can't touch the ground like that, but just let gravity pull. Again, hold that for 40 seconds and then roll over to the other side, making sure this shoulder stays on the ground, and as you get better, you'll even be able to feel that your left wrist doesn't lift off the ground, that you can keep your left wrist on the ground, and again, hold that for 40 seconds. It's going to give you a really good stretch into both hips. Now, one more for those of you feeling a little bit adventurous. This is a great stretch to get you sort of in that area at the top of the glute going up into the lower back. You need to sit fairly close to the wall, so then you just swing round, put your feet up against the wall here. So we're going to cross one leg over and turn it at a right angle and rest it on the other thigh here. So what you're trying to do is to really push this knee away from you so that your lower half of your leg is parallel to your chest, and then you can gently push off of the wall to push your leg towards your chest, and that's going to give you a really deep stretch down in that lower left glute here. Okay, 40 seconds, turn over, cross this leg over, and now with this, keeping this knee away, pushing the leg towards your chest and feeling a really good deep stretch in that left glute there. Okay, if you've been doing it a long time, let's get a bit closer to the wall so I can push off the wall a bit more. One day you might get to the stage here, look, where the leg can touch the chest. Don't do these things too quickly. Okay, so I'd be really interested for you to try these stretches gently. Make sure you warm up first before you do them. Maybe walk up and down the stairs 3 or 4 times before doing the stretches. And it'd be interesting for you to try the takeaway move where the club arms and chest move away together with the legs resisting before doing the stretching. Then do this series of stretches and then have a go at the same move and see if you can feel it starting to loosen up that mid area of your body to enable you to start to turn the club arms and chest away with a more stable lower half. So have some fun stretching, get yourself warmed up, and we'll see you next week.